Hey, welcome everybody to Nexus at Night, your weekly Vanguard stream.
Hello.
I'm Atlas.
I'm Matt.
I'm Root Beer.
My city's no longer on fire. Huzzah.
Congratulations.
Yay! Yippee!
I guess I should clarify. My city is no longer catastrophically on fire.
No.
I believe the Palisades fire is something like 20-something% contained officially. Sorry, 39%, but it's not as threatening. I am no longer under a red flag warning. Now it's a yellow flag. Yay.
Yay! Yippee!
And the Eaton fire is 65% contained.
All right. Getting there.
Yeah. So I this week when I came into school, I got dressed in the dark that day. Not for any particular statement, just because Katie was like, I'm asleep, don't turn on the lights. And it turned out I chose a black shirt, so I came in black with the black coat I usually have. And I was just like, I don't want to fucking talk to anybody. I don't want to do anything. Kids, work on your portfolios and don't piss me off. And it worked. I think even admin was like, okay, we'll stay away from him. Something's up. But I started to feel better by Tuesday once the situation started to improve.
That's good.
Yeah. How are you guys?
I'm doing all right.
Same. It was a week. Nothing in particular happened, and we have a long weekend coming up now, so that's nice.
That's always the good stuff. The good old MLK weekend.
Yeah. January is nice. We get multiple holidays at once.
Why? New Year's and MLK and what
Yeah.
else?
Well, that's it. But having 2 3-day weekends is nice. Almost like a 4-day work week should be normal.
Yeah, that would be nice.
You would think.
The other kicker is my dad's birthday is January 4th and my mom's is the 27th. And then my sister's is February 1st. I don't get to rest until Valentine's.
Get fucked.
Yeah.
Should have been born into a more convenient family.
I guess so. I make that mistake every year. I'm like, I guess the holidays are over. Oh, fuck, I forgot to get something for my dad. Damn it.
All right, time for 3 birthdays in a row.
Yep. My mom, my dad, my sister, and then me. I'm February 19th. Is it the same in your guys' family? Do you have all the birthdays in a row?
No.
No.
My sister is in April. My dad is in May. My mom is in November.
Nice even spread.
Mm-hmm.
It is April and May are close together, but
yeah, but my sister's the start of April and my dad's the end of May.
Oh, you're good. That's fine. You too, Matt? Or
Yeah, nothing like that close. There's one at the beginning of December, but that's whatever.
Yeah. And then yours is in December too, isn't it? Yeah.
That's mine, but whatever.
I know. I'm getting to the age now where they're like, "What do you want for your birthday?" I'm like, "Dinner, maybe."
Yeah.
I don't eat gifts really.
Buy me dinner and a movie.
Sleep. I want sleep for my birthday.
Yeah.
Why the hell? Every 5 years or so, I get to a point where I'm like, "Leave me the fuck alone." That's a good birthday.
Yeah. How about a 5-pack of laundry detergent?
Ooh, yeah, that's the good stuff. Give me the Tide Pods.
Costco box.
Sad? Yeah, isn't it sad that I kind of want a Ralph's gift card or something?
Yeah, at our age, $100 Visa gift card means a lot more than the random bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah, we got you this Crate and Barrel gift card. I'm not even near a Crate and Barrel. How did you get this?
There used to be a Crate and Barrel near my workplace, but I think it's gone now.
So I guess they took it lock, stock, and Crate and Barrel. Then
Please.
That was terrible. Terrible. It was
Minus
sauce on my part.
-2.
It's two. So I got the Luar deck set.
Whoa.
Well,
The reason for this is I literally just wanted the Ezra SPGs, and the guy was offering 90 for it. So it's less than $100. Get the Ezra SPGs and the rest of the deck set
that you're never gonna play.
that I'm never gonna play, but maybe I can give it to someone.
What the fuck?
Come on, get in there.
What happened to your camera?
I was trying to turn on this camera
Mm-hmm.
so I could film opening it in a more satisfying fashion.
Oh boy.
But I'm not sure why it's not giving me the option. It's
You remember to launch the app.
yes, I did. It worked last time, remember?
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, this time, for whatever reason. Yeah, yes, I did the game. Fantastic. Do I have to do that every single time, or what?
Possibly.
Oh, yes. Okay, let's do that. Or no, that's not fair. I should talk about you while I figure this out. What a peach. Playing KOF, Matt?
Oh, sorry. It's focusing. I'm not actually playing anyone though.
What are you doing then?
Practicing.
Yep. Trying to
just going
do
to-
a very annoying micro walk into DP.
Okay.
And so basically, like, you're like just out of range from like being able to connect the DP. So you have to like micro walk forward and then do the DP without them dropping out of the combo. So once they hit the ground, they can tech. So you have to like make sure they can do it like right before. So it's pretty hard.
That's
And you're like
fair.
recovering from a move, so you can't move forward until that move is completed recovering. And then so once that move's completed recover, you walk forward DP. That's what's hard about it. But that's okay. We'll get it down one day.
Moving up and down again. There's no discharge in the war. That's what I'm having my kids do in creative writing. Is they got to write a poem like that where it's supposed to be like monotonous. And a lot of the kids are like, "Mister, I've never been to war." I'm like, it doesn't have to be about war. Just something like grinding on you over time. Poems, yeah. So I hate poetry. I have a special hatred for poetry, and it's for a very petty reason. And the reason is that when I was starting out as a comedian at the age of 17, 18, all the mics were at coffee shops, meaning that the open mics weren't all comics. It was, poets and musicians. Poetry. Monotonous snore. Yes, sorry. So the poets would always run the light, and they would always completely kill the energy. Where they're like, they talk about their crappy relationship with their mother, and then I have to go up there and be like, so dick jokes. Like it just doesn't gel together very well. So
I'm surprised they have it at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Like feel like people would be there for completely different things.
Yeah. Well, because also for things like that, it's just the order you signed up in.
Yeah.
So there's no, like, you don't really care what the thing is. They're just like, all right, here's your 5 minutes. Light you at 4. The poet goes for another like 2.5 minutes. You're sitting there going, oh my God, this is so annoying. And yeah, so I didn't do poetry last year when I taught creative writing. And I was like, you know what? That's a really petty reason to deny students who want to write poetry. So who am I? Who am I to do that? So that's why I did it this way, where it's at least kind of interesting.
Mhm.
That trailer came out for 28 years later that uses that poem, and it has to do with history, which I'm a fan of, and I think like I can at least cross the aisle that way. I think if you gave me a monotonous poem as an assignment, I think I would actually hate you as a teacher. Now the idea is it's written by a British infantryman who was talking about how soldiers would go mad on the days of forced marches, and on paper it looks pretty boring, or it's just like, okay, boots, 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 slogging over Africa. But as the guy reads it, he gets like more and more whipped up, and then also it's meant to be read at a rhythm that roughly fits with the rhythm of marching. And that's what makes it interesting to me, and I think to the kids, hopefully. But
Also, it wasn't Dulce at the quartermast.
yeah, I also think it's a good enough rhythm to go, okay, first I gave you a story, here's a not story. Then I'll give you a story, then a not story, and back and forth like that. For the kids who either don't really like it or have trouble with writing JK, I hate essays way more than doing a monotonous poem. Again, it doesn't have to be necessarily about monotony, just a sort of like rhythm to it. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I just gave it to them yesterday, and it's due next week. At the end of next week, they're going to come up and read it in front of the class, which I don't think they took creative writing with the expectation that public speaking would be involved, but, you know, them's the breaks. Tough tuckus.
Sucks to suck.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, if
Still
they
issue.
continue to pursue creative writing, they're going to have to do peer review eventually.
Well, they also have to, you know, if they're really writing, they have to pitch the idea to someone.
Yeah.
It's true. And there are some kids who are like, do I really have to do it? And I'm like, yes, you do.
Absolutely.
And the only exception is like this one kid who gets sick a lot. So I'm like, you can do a recording and send it, which fine. That's how I showed it to them, was a recording. Okay, this is really pissing me off. That it was working last time.
Still on the camera thing. Okay.
Yeah.
And tried
And
unplugging it and plugging it back in.
that's exactly what I did the first time. Watch this.
Has Atlas played Bellatra yet?
And now you're muted.
I don't know if he knows that.
I have to imagine he did not play Bellatro yet.
I do know, and I took the opportunity to make fun of you guys while I was muted.
Well,
It's okay.
Loud
We just
breathing.
make fun of you when we're not muted.
Exactly.
True.
Because Root Beer said I sounded a little loud when we were getting ready.
Yeah. It got better.
Okay, that's good. Now, sharing camera. That's on. Good. This is pissing me off. You all sound fine. Good. Thank you.
All right.
I guess if we're going to do it this way. Fine then. Ooh. Sexy. Yep. Listen right into the mic, ASMR. Here, I'll change it like that so it's nice and big. Yeah. So I know that they did Harry and Night Rose. Do you think they're going to do more of these in the future?
Probably. I don't see why they wouldn't.
I don't know. Almost every time they've come out, it's been like crazy. I guess Harry and Night Rose are the exception. But Luar, yeah, sexy, hell yeah.
I mean,
know
Messiah didn't do shit on release.
Yeah. Isn't it good now, though?
Yeah, it's fine now.
Yeah, you know what makes a box opening better is us talking about not the thing that we're up
Yeah, because the Luard meta was ages ago.
or professionals. You're right.
Maybe you
It was
are.
kind of it was kind of hot in the lore when Luard became Drag Strider and nearly killed everyone. Well, Vamp. We are missing some. Most likely will be rival sets, so we can see them giving us Asha and Gavril or Altmile and Fenrir. I would paint the garage for an Altmile set. You know that I love my Absy boy.
I mean, it seems possible considering like the 10-year anniversary of G.
I can't believe it's been that long. I can't believe it's been that long for anything related to this game.
Yeah.
Get in there, Draghart Luard. I do like the thing where you can use old versions of this card. I like that they let you do that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
Of course, the ride line. This is worth $80 gajillion because, of course, it is. I would commit war crimes to get Gaia. Gaia would be amazing, right, Matt?
Gaia would be cool.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
they'll never do it.
That stride skill is so good. It's the little stride fodder guy. Honestly, more looking forward to getting some less known units. When they revealed the Cronus Command stride, I was popping, thinking Ephemeral Wand Dragon was coming back. I don't even know what that is. Ephemeral Wand. That sounds made up. A little bit.
This is a real card. I don't know.
Possibly.
Oh, it is.
Let's see.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Miss Morfessa. Sexy. Ezra's the very thing I came here for. Means I can run it in my undercover. Hell yes. Abyssal Owl was so much cooler. I remember this coming out in G. Like, that was part of what made Ghetto Luard possible. Was Abyssal Owl. You remember Ghetto Luard.
I unfortunately remember Ghetto Luard, yes.
Because you guys were starting to get frustrated with me by the time
How could we
Gillial came out. Yeah. Well, Atlas with his PJs. Yeah, so I'm in pajama pants that my brother-in-law got me. Shout out, Kyle. The shirt I was wearing today and a hoodie.
Nice.
Yeah. you can have the Atlas Novak ensemble by wandering into a Marshall's right before closing. He was fun because he had one of the few when attack steals in G. Who did?
Probably Ephemeral Wand.
Oh, okay. When this unit attacks or is attacked by a Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, it gets plus 10 K till into that battle. Flip a G unit with cost was flip a G unit. That's kind of cool. I like that. Native Orderly Bow. Live Arch. And of course the strides, right? So no one cares about the triggers, but got the shiny sexy strides. And even a borderless one. I can't remember if they do the one random thing.
I think for the regular ones, no. Not for the stride sets. No, they just come with one foiled one.
Gotcha. That's right. Dread Driver Luard. That really does. He cleans up good. Looks way better than he used to in his old version. That crest, beautiful. And of course, your extras. Pow. Now, they could save us a whole lot of time and heartache if they just put 3 more of the grade 1 crest getter in here.
How about we just ban crests in premium?
What it's funny. I was at the new locals that I've been going to the other day, and I was asking what would it be like if we had the energy crest in premium? And some guy looked at me. He's like, no. You can't do that. And I was like, That is the voice of somebody who's tried it before. Which makes that even more interesting to me. Atlas, how do you feel about Green Magnolia? I am so excited for this. It's like Grade 4 Magnolia is very drab. It doesn't really. It's not very good. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Mass
the card is
Magnolia
like
is good,
3 years old now.
pretty much. The Mass Magnolia is good but inconsistent. Beautiful sleeves, and then I think that's pretty much it. Now it's just a box. Yeah. Yep. There it is. Now it's a box. Excuse me. Mass Magnolia is good but inconsistent, so I think having some fresh blood would be nice. They really do give Magnolia like interesting stuff, and I find it kind of a tragedy that it's just wasted almost. That would be nice if they banned Creston Premium. It would be nice if they banned the Overtrigger in Premium, but you know, that's that. Surprised you managed to get it like that, huh? Huh? I'm not really sure what they mean. Sorry, Zara. Here we can go back to the. Whoops, that's not what I want. There we go. Going in the undercover. Not really sure what I do with the rest exactly. Are they
Play
buying
the deck,
are people looking
obviously.
for bit? What?
Play the deck,
What'd you say?
obviously. I don't think anyone's looking for like loose pieces of Luard.
I wonder. I'd have to look that up.
We could.
Thoughts on current meta? Leverage Ross is a pain in the butt. The end. That's my thoughts on it. How about the rest of you guys?
I haven't played in a while because of like the holidays, and then I didn't go to locals last week.
Makes sense. But like with it out or something.
I mean, I would like Imperio to be banned from the ride deck.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I mean, we should probably do the same for Rezile just for the sake of consistency, although, like, Rezile has been designed in such a way that you benefit playing the original over Vita and ride deck regardless. So you can actually play it the way Bushiroad intended.
Yeah. We me and Miles were at that locals, and I was just sitting there being like, all right, I'll wait for Richard to finish, because that's the polite thing to do, because he was going pretty far. He just won the whole tournament. We were there way longer than I was intending to be. I felt pretty bad.
Happens.
Got home and Katie's like, where have you been? I was like, Richard is too good for his own good. Sorry.
Richard is too good at this game, a feeling that we can't relate to.
Yep. I think all kings would have needed to have the mask keyword.
Yeah, like the mask restriction where you can only write it on something with the same name.
Yeah, probably.
Or like a grade 3 with the name.
Yeah, that seems
with
like an easy way to balance it, but they just didn't for whatever reason. So
yeah, and so Levy Dross is a pain in the ass. We'll see if they ever do anything to it. You know, and it kind of remains to be seen what's going to happen with set 7 if they'll shift the meta in any noticeable way.
It's a good question. Just Bob Gabuelas out of the deck. Hey Ed, good to see you.
I mean,
hope you're doing well this week.
I mean, they're probably not going to hit Gabuelius out of Rezile. Like, probably the thing that makes sense is to just choice restrict Sergal on.
Yeah. All right, the ladies are in the deck. Fantastic.
All that for some Ezra's.
All that for some Ezra's. That's all I care about.
Anyway. I imagine the ban list we get in English is just going to be a copy-paste of the Japanese one.
Oh, when is that supposed to drop?
Anyway.
The conference was like the 20-something, I think.
Next week? Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. After that, like, my conversation with Different Fight, I just, like, my hope for a unique experience in the West is just no.
It's not happening. If we had like an English director that cared about it, like when Mori was still in charge, that would have been the thing. But like, it's been pretty clear that like, despite the fact that Ian makes a decent chunk of money, that they do not fucking care.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the EN office is like basically like gone, right?
Yeah, basically. Was there ever one in the first place?
Yes.
It would be like restricting Virina Espereda from Nirvana. That's funny.
Yeah, there's no way they're hitting Gabuelius out of the deck.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if Bushi Matt was the last bastion of caring about player experience in the West.
Me neither. But like, whatever the case, they clearly do not care. And they keep saying that they're going to refocus on the EN player base eventually, and then never do.
You'd think that, like, if Different Fight's job is to be a liaison between Japan and the West, you'd think that they would hire somebody like who cares about card design from the West to do that, or at least like a ban list. Like a living proof or Outer Orange, someone like that.
Nope.
For us, that would be cool.
Absolutely not.
I wouldn't put me in charge of the
Sometimes
ban
I
list. Are you
forget.
stupid?
Wait, what?
I wouldn't put me in charge of a ban list. Are you stupid?
Maybe. Sometimes I forget how little I spend money on Vanguard, and sometimes I don't regret my choices. Yeah, me too. I built this piece of junk for $20. And spoiler alert, it's coming.
For Shadowverse?
Yeah, that's kind of made like he was like, as soon as this stream ends, start heading toward the restaurant. And then I watched like the last 10 minutes of it, and I was like, wow, I don't care about this at all.
Yeah, he's really only a ambassador for Shadowverse. Like, as far as the Vanguard side of things, they do not fucking care. Like, they will occasionally give us an English exclusive set to pretend that they care about us. And then, like, we go back to, like, never giving us anything. Like, we don't even get box topper promos right now. I don't know what the fuck happened to that.
Yeah. It's all through the shops. Which makes that so frustrating, seeing it in comparison to Japan, where like shops are within blocks of each other.
Yeah.
In a city with a very well-run train transportation system, and it's very popular over there right now, and we want it to be popular here, but it's just not compared to One Piece or Beyblade.
Yeah,
Magic or Pokemon.
I mean, the IP. I mean, with Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh, well, Magic especially. Magic's just been around forever. So like, it's really hard to like. So breaking, I guess not even breaking it. Vanguard is like a known game. People know about it. It's just like card games players are already like pretty limited. A lot of people can't play Vanguard in like their area. And what they can always play is Pokemon Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh! And One Piece is popular enough because of IP that you're probably very likely to be able to play One Piece. I mean, even Lorcana is like, even though I don't really care about that game from like a gameplay perspective, it's Disney, so
yeah. Katie
Can't be
almost did
house.
Like that, like that's how popular, or that's how strong the IP is. Katie's like, maybe, and then
right? People want the cool Elsa alt arts, it's like whatever, okay.
Yeah.
Shadowverse
Evolved died in many of my locals except one. I think we are long overdue for an import collection with some promo reprints and some promos we never got. God damn, that is on the nose. The only good English exclusive we got was the Stardust Blade, which that was pretty solid for what it was.
But that was also a promo in Japan that was just their excuse to import it to us.
Sure, but it's one of those things where like it's like the kid in class who's constantly being a pain in the butt, and then they turn in one good assignment. I'm like, I know you're fucking smarter than that. Piece of shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely hire advertising people and advertise more in English. Kind of an easy answer. Yeah, definitely. I think that would be good. And then also, like we've been saying this to the heavens, online client that's easy to access.
It doesn't cost $70 fucking dollars, and you have to buy more DLC.
Mm-hmm. Or
Lordy.
just let CFA do its thing.
They're
What
never gonna
is
do-
Konami's deal with Dueling Book exactly? Because I remember the thing with Dueling Network. I remember it going offline and coming back. And
They don't talk about it, but you're not to mention it.
Yeah, which is how they probably need it to be.
Yeah.
Like, it's probably not worth the effort of trying to like take it out. But also like don't acknowledge it officially.
Correct. Do not bring it up. Do not acknowledge it. And if any player brings it up on stream, you yeah.
They kill you.
Yep.
Yeah. Again, we had an actual celebrity acknowledge Vanguard, Ray Fisher, and he played the game. Ibushi did absolutely nothing with that info. Yeah, that too. That is also correct. Take them out back and pop some cheeses.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Vanguard 2025, The Godfather.
You know, they hire Pinkertons to come after you.
Yeah,
no,
put a horse
Hasbro,
head in your bed.
Fucking Hasbro. Jeez.
Because I remember the like you had the senator that played Yu-Gi-Oh! And like MBT played a game with him, and that was pretty wild. And I think that's cool, and we should have more moments like that. Even just having that connection where one of the teachers at my school also plays Vanguard, and that's how we made friends, was he saw the Pale Moon bumper sticker on my car. And
it's like, wait a minute. There's another nerd here.
Well, he is the chemistry teacher, so
fair enough.
Shout out, you know who you are. We unfortunately have a vice president that's an MTG player.
Don't remind me. Although, are they really?
Yeah.
Like, what kind of it? Like, let me see. Is he one of those? Like, you know those MTG players who are like, I have a swamp deck. You know,
I remember when MBT was talking about it on Twitter Freaks. He was actually like very hardcore Magic player, but you know, he's doing the thing where it's like, you gotta get on the like alpha grind set, you know, you gotta stop playing the hobbies and start grinding, which is the context of how we know he fucking played Magic.
Yeah, let's hope he does not play back. Run for office? God, no. Are you kidding me? No.
Absolutely
I feel
not.
like Matt has the best chance out of the three of us to nope.
Not me.
To get elected. I don't know. I think you have the best ideas out of the three of us and can argue pretty
Damn,
well.
that's bad. That's a bad sign.
I am an epileptic with a star running down the side of my face. That does not make for good politician. If you're going by like the posters, right?
Have you seen our politicians?
Mhm.
I think the bar is pretty low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you can have 7 different kinds of mental illnesses. Like, just
you have a
clearly
literal worm in your brain. And,
yeah. Like, you
have
can
a
be
worm in
just
your brain.
clearly unable to form a coherent thought live on camera, and no one will say anything.
True.
Yeah. But that is kind of my thing, where I just have the brain fog and stuff. It's just kind of part of who I am, unfortunately.
Just ramble very forcefully like Trump does. No one will say anything about your dementia.
It's not dementia, it's brain fog.
Yeah.
Shut up. I know where you're going with it. It's quiet.
I mean, I was talking about Trump when I said dementia.
Oh. I vaguely remember hearing that he was a blue player. I feel like that makes it worse.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I like
I'm not
playing
going to
control
vote.
decks. I just hate playing control decks against people who are playing control decks and cannot play at a reasonable pace. Like, I don't know what. God, I remember I was at locals one time and I was playing blue black control or
Okay.
some control variant with like Scarab God or whatever. This is back when Scarab God was in standard, and my opponent was also playing something of the sort. And there's not a lot to do in the control mirror for like the first several turns of the game. So I'm just like, Lango, 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 Lango. And my opponent is like thinking every turn. And I'm like, bro, none of us are doing anything. Just pass. Like play your land, pass turn. If you have to do something, it better be on my turn. But like,
I agree with Matt about control v.
but
Control.
like,
yeah.
But there's no reason to like take forever on like these turns. Like we both know. Me and him we both know that we're just not going to slam down one of our limited threats on turn 4. We know we're not going to do that because if it gets countered, we're down a threat. Like we got to navigate the game better than that. But yeah, it's just like people are really bad at managing the clock.
Yeah.
And so I think like I play really fast. So because I hate going to time. And so people like that who are like, despite me like playing really fast and not wanting to go to time, they're like, I want to go to time though, and I guess. And I'm like,
every Reziel player.
I hate you.
What are the time rules in Magic?
It's best of 3, so it's usually 50 minutes, best of 3. And at the end of time, there are it's turn 0, and there are 5 additional turns. At the end of 5 turns, if the game has not been decided, it is a draw.
Okay.
And the game has to be
That's
decided.
so long.
There's no it takes forever. I have seen the back in the day, this was like, decade ago at least. There was a deck in Modern called Eggs. And it was basically just played a bunch of like little baubles that like sack to draw cards and then like revive them all and then sack them all to draw cards and revive them all. And you would gain mana while doing it. And then you would basically just combo off. But the combo had a lot of game actions, but it was all in one turn. Like you had to do it all in one turn. And so a bunch of people would play it, go to turns, and then would just like take 30-minute turns in time, in overtime. And everyone was just like, bruh.
Die.
So they ended up banning this deck, not even because it was too strong, just because it was like a tournament nightmare. Just because people cannot like freaking like the deck was good enough where you could win with it without being practiced very much, but also slow enough where if you weren't practiced, it would just take fucking forever.
So high skill floor, really high skill ceiling.
High skill floor and a high skill ceiling in the sense that if you want the game to end in a reasonable amount of time, you have to be able to do the actions quickly. But people just don't fucking practice that shit, so it ended up taking forever all the time. I hate slow people in card games, especially in like timed environments. I'm just like I hate you. Pokemon players are really bad about it. Really bad.
Yeah, well, I guess it's a good thing you're not playing Vanguard currently.
Yes. Vanguard players are really slow for seemingly no reason to me.
Yeah.
I always think of that like scientific rule, I guess, that you said were like, no matter what the time is, Vanguard players will take it up.
Yep.
Whether it's 20 minutes, 40 minutes, or the heat death of the universe, somebody will still be.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it.
The Reziel players at my locals go to time every fucking week.
That was Richard. He went to time every fucking time. I'm like, just kill him, please. And it's because he kept forgetting to do divine skill. And I was this close to just getting on the notes app on my phone and standing behind the other guy. Divine skill, like this close. I want to go home.
No, see, the games at my locals take forever because they use the divine skill.
Yep.
Oh,
practice,
they last forever.
Become faster. Using time effectively is an important skill, in my opinion, for card games. Just because I've played like a lot of control decks and Magic, I don't have time to sit here and dilly dally. And like, do your thinking. Like, I think a lot of my opponent's turn in Magic. Like, I just like I was constantly thinking on my opponent's turn. I already had a plan because what's gonna happen? Like, is the card I'm gonna draw like completely gonna change? No, I can think about what card I can think about. I have a plan at least based on what's in my hand. The card I draw is like probably not gonna change that too much.
Vanguard too, where like you can't do anything during their main phase.
Yeah, you're just watching them.
Yeah, like pre-plan your turn and then panic afterwards when you're forced to drop your whole hand because of an unexpected trigger.
I mean, I think planning your whole turn is also helpful in indicating how you want to guard. Like,
Yeah,
where you like shuffle in the hand around.
Yeah, you should be doing it anyway
for this. Yeah,
I mean, you should have probably already thought about your turn on the previous turn.
Yeah,
and then the
you
turn,
should
the
have.
turn before that, and then all
I
turns.
think thinking one turn ahead is like a low bar to ask.
Yeah,
like I mean, that's just like, do I have a game plan kind of thing, right? Like, how do I want this game to play out?
Yeah. Oh god. Now I'm thinking about something that happened while the Wonky Quartet were recording something for Farfa's channel.
God.
What's the Wonky Quartet?
MBT, Gage, Farfa, and DZ. It's also a card in Yu-Gi-Oh, but like basically Gage was trying to like toggle on in the draw phase to be able to use the Deep Grave and kept like fucking it up. So they just had to spend 5 or 10 minutes with the other three like constantly yelling at him about the different toggle options so that he could finally figure out how to activate the Deep Grave in his draw phase.
Incredible.
Oh my god.
And that was
Fantastic.
and the reason I was reminded of that was because in that case the draw did matter because he needed to find the second level 4 to do whatever the fuck he wanted to do.
Yeah, but he's already planned out what he needed.
Yeah.
He needed to draw this thing. Sometimes you have to rely on the top of your deck. Sometimes you're like, I need to draw this.
Yeah, but it was just very funny, like watching the 4 of them fumble for like 10 minutes trying to figure out which toggle setting allowed Gage to do what the fuck he wanted.
Dazif is so funny, man.
He
what
is.
A silly guy.
He was the one that just told Gage to change his options.
He's very like understated.
Yeah.
As a human, like he's not as animated as Farfa or
any of them,
MBT.
really.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, well, that's not true. You should watch Saga. He gets pretty animated sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially when he misclicks something in Master Duel.
Yeah.
It happens often.
He keeps finding new and miraculous ways to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory.
It's honestly incredible.
Like,
he's the best.
Yeah. I'll keep it vague because I know you're watching the YouTube VOD, but on the recent recording for the latest episode, because they're all the way on like episode 11 now in terms of recording, all 3 of them have rolled up with effectively constructed decks.
Hell yeah.
And this was, and DZ's deck was good enough that I was like, okay, if he manages to go 0-2 with this, he should probably like quit playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And he was very close to doing it.
Oh,
that's
he
my
was
goat.
like, he was ahead the entire game, and then like fucked up lethal in such a way that he broke the thing keeping him ahead, and so Gage was able to immediately board wipe him afterwards.
That's so sick.
Oh my
That's
god.
my goat. That's my goat.
That's just impressive.
He still won in the end, but it was just like, Jesus Christ, that game should never have gone to turn 25.
Disease is so funny, man. Sometimes he just forgets to read. It happens to all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I hate it when I forget to read.
Yeah.
I always feel bad when like I'm reading something out loud and I just get to say the wrong word and I'm like, okay, I have to go back and fix it.
Yeah.
Over
Speaking
and
of
over.
reading things, we still haven't done new cards.
New cards.
Yeah.
To be.
Okay. And so first up, we got the deck lists for both the master deck sets. These look good. I know that this is a picture for ants, but these are base. The Leonore one looks better than the Jeweled one, I will say. This is like 90% constructed Leonore. The only thing you would feasibly change is probably ride line and triggers. Oh, and add cyclers.
I love that they made Drajul the deck again. It means I can play it again because I liked playing Drajul, and I sold
then
it
you
because
sold
I
it.
was like, well, because it was expensive at the time, and I'm like, this is going to go down, and it did. So I'm glad I did that. But yeah, would love to have it back. I'm probably picking this up.
Yeah, picture for ants, but like the Drudgeold one looks less good. You need the Stride Dragon, which is still quite expensive.
No.
I don't even remember if you play additional copies of Drudgeold for Ignis's ability, but like, yeah, this looks okay.
At least in the build that I had, you didn't like Ignis himself was enough. You wanted to run like soul chargers or things that put like hand from soul draw one like shit like that to make it happen.
So yeah,
good.
So yeah, these look good. Next up we have new Odium cards.
All right, you can take these.
Yeah. So I guess this one gets Sentry's Prominence Gear Vogel. So it gets power and shield plus 5,000 for every 3 of your regress gauges. I can't imagine this will get to 10k in any kind of reasonable time frame. You will probably win the game before it gets that far.
You need 6? Jesus.
Yeah. Steam Maiden Zimri. So, if it boosts, then you have a Vanguard with Liel plus 5k, and then if it boosts your grade 3 or greater Liel, gets 2k until end of battle, and then you can retire it to countercharge 1 or energy charge 3. This is pretty nice.
Not bad.
Like, resources is something that, like, Odium is looking for, so this is a pretty good, like, utility card to have, and it means you can be a little more carefree about using Counterblast or energy. Whichever. Then we have Direful Doll Patience, which is not Direful Doll support. When it's placed on Rigor Circle, if you have a Liel, you can Energy Blast 2, choose up to 1 grade 3 normal order without Regala's Piece from drop or face-up damage put into your hand, and if you put it from the damage zone, damage yourself. During your turn, if you have 2 or more regress gauges, it gets plus 5k.
I gotta respect them just printing a Direful Doll unit, but not support for Direful Dolls. I gotta respect them for that.
Yeah.
That's wild.
So this is designed to get you exactly Distorted Bane. So if you damage it, it's not the end of the universe. But I don't know if that's a good enough use case to actually like play this card. And then finally we have Instant Asunder Colossus. So it has the same thing as Anachronos Dragon, where you can call it out from the gauge and then gauge something from drop zone. And then if you have a grade 3 or greater Liel, on attack, you can Soul Blast 2, draw a card, and Plower plus 5,000 active on both turns. These are all okay. Probably the grade 1 is the most impactful. Like, gaining more resources for the deck is always good. I don't know that the deck needed more draw power. You're just kind of risking decking out, but like, I can see why they leaned more into just giving Liel utility cards instead of more offensive tools, because any offensive tool Liel gets is going to have to be filtered through the Divine Skill so that you can't accidentally make like 8 attacks on Divine Skill turn or something stupid like that. And then next week, we're going to be revealing the new guy that was just shown in the anime. So the new Brantgate guy. Really quickly from the anime, so he has like a special gate order that he uses to find his like archetypal cards. We have a grade 2 that you can run 16 copies of.
Atlas died. I killed him.
Damn, that's unfortunate.
All right, well, screw that guy.
Yeah, I know. Who needs him anyways? But yeah, so this deck, it's a 4 attack deck. It gives your front row 5k, so it has like a special order that it has its own unique set order that you call out when you ride the grade 1 from the ride deck, I believe. So you use the gate order that exists for this card to like search out whatever the archetype name was and put them in the order zone. Then like on attack, this guy calls out 2 things from the order zone. You have a grade 2 that you can run 16 copies of and apparently gets boost based on how it was being played in the anime. And then he also has an ability that when you guard with the archetypal card, you can put something with the archetype name to the bottom of the deck to give the guy you guarded with 5k. So yeah, all in all, it seems like a solid unit. And then They also revealed like another grade 2 that had the ability to target multiple things for an attack. So the
Oh my
Narukami
god,
thing.
Vermilion.
Yeah, like that was also pretty cool. This seems really interesting. Like I'm interested in it, so we'll see what the like full text is properly on Tuesday. I'm skipping all of the comments that say power plus 5,000. So the other thing we got is the new Hound Razor cards. So they finally made the like high beast tamers, like Akane, into a real archetype. Yay! I'm also just gonna check. Okay, so something's up with Atlas's Wi-Fi. Keep going without him, which is what I was doing.
Yep.
Yeah, so there's a grade 0 that does the grade 0 things, and then the grade 1, when it's rode upon by the grade 2, look at top 7, grab a high beast, call it a rearguard circle.
Sure.
And then when it boosts a high beast unit, it gets 2k. That doesn't matter.
Okay.
When it's rode upon by Aoi, the grade 3, look at top 7, grab a card with Hound Razor from among them, reveal it, put it into your hand, shuffle. If you did not reveal a card, call it a rearguard circle, soul charge 1.
That's
and
fun.
then when it attacks while boosted by a high beast, choose a high beast normal unit from your drop zone. You can bottom deck it.
Okay.
And then we have Hound Razor Aoi, the grade 3. So all of your back row high beast units get power plus 5,000, active on both turns. Act, you can Soul Blast 2, search your deck for any high beast unit, call it a rearguard circle. Act, you can counterblast 1, choose one of your grade 1 or less high beast units in the back row center column, and until end of turn, that unit can attack from the center back row and gets auto at the end of the battle attack, stand it, but it can't attack until end of turn. And if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, you can also drive check with it.
Oh, so
Huzzah.
oh, I see. So you wait.
So what you would do is you would give it the ability to attack with it, it restands, then you use it to boost Vanguard.
I see. So it has to be. Oh, it has to be a grade 1. I see.
Yeah.
And it'll get 5k.
Spectrum just emailed me
5K?
saying,
Oh, I guess there's going to be a specific grade 1 that's good for it.
Yeah. You don't need any specific grade 1, it just needs to be a grade 1 high beast. Which we'll see what grade 1 high beast options we have.
Surely there's going to be like one that you're going to definitely want to use, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so first we have Murgowon. So when it's placed, if you have a Hound Razor Vanguard, you can Soul Charge 1 or Energy Charge 1. Pretty helpful because Aoi needs to Soul Blast 2 to search. And then if you have a Vanguard with Hound Razor, it's 5k. If it's in back row center column and your opponent's grade 3 or greater, you get plus 5. So this would be 23k with a drive check.
Not bad.
Okay. Then we have Hound Razor Murshiro. So when it's placed on rearguard circle, if you have a Vanguard with Hound Razor, it doesn't have to be grade 3, so you can use this for early gaming. You can counterblast 1, check top 7, grab a grade 1 or less high beast, shuffle, and then if you didn't call, countercharge 1. I like it when they print cards like this, like, oh, you whiffed? Okay, just get the counterblast back.
Yeah. I mean, they used to do that all the time.
Mm-hmm. And then auto, when it attacks while boosted by a high beast, you may soul charge, and then if your opponent's grade 3 or greater, and you have 2 or more back row high beasts, it gets plus 10k. Next we have Hound Razor Sation. So we also have a hot guy in case all the hot girls didn't satisfy you. All of your high beasts on your rearguard circle can intercept and intercept from the back row. This unit attacks while boosted by High Beast. If your Vanguard has Hound Razor, it gets 5k, and then if your opponent's grade 3 or greater, you can Energy Blast 3 and he gets a crit.
Neat.
I kind of like it. That's cool.
Yeah. And then finally, we have Regowon. So if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Hound Razor, it gets all of the following effects. Back row, rear guard, center, during the battle attacks. If your opponent will call cards from hand to guard circle, they must call 2 or more, and it gets shield plus 10k.
Sure.
So I think Regowon is probably the one you go for because like 23 with a drive check is not that big, whereas this one, it's only going to be 13k, but because of the battle door effect, that you just force the 2 card anyways.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can back row for 10k shield.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. And of course, you're just going to play Sergowon in this deck, obviously, for the card advantage.
All right, but where's the grade 3 that counts as a grade 1?
I'm sure we'll get that in the second wave of support, right? Yeah, but honestly, like, this deck doesn't look bad. Like, it puts up decent numbers. Because so many of your cards can, like, call out of the deck, that means, like, the little bit of draw power that you do have should just be plussing to your hand. You know, a thing I find with a lot of other decks is, like, you can draw a decent amount of cards, but you're also constantly having to call things to the board, so you're not really plussing.
Mhm.
But this one kind of solves that problem, where it's like, okay, you do have a little bit of draw power by just playing Saragalon, and you have an extra drive check. So, like, but those cards just kind of stay in your hand because you don't have to commit as much to build a board. So you can, like, guard with it. And then next week on Thursday, we're getting new Keter cards. So 2 for Reziel, 2 for Liel. Liel only gets a double R, rip in peace.
Boo. Maybe it's good enough where it, like, it's cheap but good.
You sound like you're talking out of a tin can. Are you on the correct microphone?
Well, I mean, that's how we always do the podcast. We have just 10 cans going across the country.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm doing. I don't know about you all.
God damn it. Better?
Yeah. But yeah, so that was kind of everything that mattered for the new cards.
Okay.
But yeah, I am looking forward to see what the Brandgate does, like, properly in text. It looked like an interesting deck.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for doing that. I got an email from Spectrum saying you may be experiencing outages in your area. Like, the email, and then 2 seconds later, pow, it went down. I had to restart the router.
Very convenient timing. So
Incredible.
It's like when you get the Amber Alert 2
Mhm.
seconds after your friend, you're like, well, great, thanks, I guess.
now I really know about it.
It
Yep.
sucks. It sucks when it's like the emergency test, but like it happens like slightly different times for some reason. You're just like, yeah, this is too loud.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The we got one of those, like, where it was an evacuation order. My dad and I's phone, like, went off a couple seconds, like, it's a full-on evacuation order, and I looked on Watch Duty and it wasn't even close.
Mhm.
And then 5 minutes later, sorry guys, that was a test. Our bad. Like, told you.
Yeah.
Shout
Alright.
out Watch Duty.
All right. Did you want to get a quick game in with your
Let's get a game in with the jank. I think I figured out
The yank.
Yeah.
problem with the camera. I feel like yank, it has a different connotation.
It could.
You know, it might.
Yeah. Let's see. I know Discord did that to me the other day. Switched my mic to my webcam. Yeah, exactly. It just does that for no reason.
The worst one is when you like plug in a PS5 controller and it's yes, I will switch your microphone to your controller, and you're like, no, I'm good actually.
Like you do. I lost my left AirPod and it's driving me crazy.
I almost lost it in the snow the other day. I was like, damn, but I found it.
That's good. I'm pretty sure it's in my bed somewhere, but I haven't been able to find it.
That's what you get for wearing them in bed.
I stripped the sheets and everything.
It's like stuffed in the sheet.
Yeah, I had to disable that nonsense for my controllers. Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah. Who decided that those controllers needed microphones anyway?
Don't know.
Twitch streamers who couldn't afford real microphones for some reason.
Oh my god.
I haven't used this mat in a while.
Which mat are we using? Oh no, this one.
Under the bed or even under the mattress. I haven't checked under the mattress. Under the bed is a bit of a problem because this thing is such a piece of junk. I've had it for 5 years now. That the camera on the back and the flashlight does not work anymore. I ordered a new phone that's coming in a couple days.
I was about to say, you know, you're allowed to get a new phone at that point, right?
Well, because I thought it was a software issue, and then I took it to the IT guy at school, and I was like, "Hey, can you do phones?" And he's like, "Yeah." And we kind of tried everything. I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's just it's going.
It's toast.
It's toast. So I've only been able to use the front camera. So yeah, waiting on the new phone so I can do that. Yeah, Atlas with a shiny new phone. I mean, like, it's a refurbished Pixel 7, so new is a bit of a misnomer. Odd.
Give me a sec. I'm trying to fix my camera a bit. Okay. It is a 2.
All right, you pick.
Actually, I think I want to go second with this deck.
Ooh, fancy. All right, let's go 2 back.
That could be a mistake, but I think I'll actually just keep this hand.
Okay. Let's go. Discard the boy for grade 1. Go ahead.
Okay. Draw.
Surprised you're not getting the latest and shiniest device. Well, the way our plan works, it's like as long as you have an unlocked phone, you can just put the SD card in and you're fine. So I'd rather get the cheaper unlocked device. I'm poor. Yay. Patreon.com/Nexus at night. I'll take it.
Okay. No trigger.
Okay. Glinus, I think her name is? Glinus. Yeah. Okay. To draw. Soul Blast. All right. Here, because I'm using physical cards for this. 3 energy.
We've swapped. I'm too lazy to find my energy cards right now.
Hilarious.
But you can't use a dice, right? You have to use something else.
Yeah. I mean, we could use a dice since we're just playing casually, but that's also just like, do you even know where your dice are, Atlas?
They're in my backpack. When I was getting all my stuff, I didn't bother to grab them. I know exactly where they are.
Okay.
Swing, counterblast. Since you have 2 or less rear darts, soul charge.
All right, Chad, do you believe him?
Plus 5D. So 15?
Sure.
Nothing.
Damage check. Crit. Power the Vanguard.
Go ahead.
Stand. Draw. Charge. Drop this. Ride. Call. Soul charge. Call. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7. I'll grab this. What do I want to do with my current hand? I'll put this at the soul. Counterblast, draw, soul charge. Lovely. If I can call, I can just get it back later. 10.
Let's go 25.
Okay. No trigger. 18.
Take it.
Okay.
Damage, PG.
18.
Take it. Front trigger.
Okay, go ahead.
Stand. Draw.
Interesting choice to take the trigger on the last damage.
All right.
Thanks, Matt. I did it with my all and my skill. Backwards card is Sanctitude, by the way.
Yep.
Cool. Go. I don't want to do this. Discard. Right. Energy charge 3. For Eugene, effect of Randor, draw a card. Put a card from drop into soul.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go call for us. Counterblast. Discard something. To get a grade 3 order. Best Harvest.
Mm-hmm.
You have 2 rear guards, looks like?
I have 4.
Okay. Okay. Play Best Harvest.
Yep.
Okay. Called Durgam.
Mm-hmm.
Energy Blast 3.
Yep.
Soul Blast 1. Retire the rear guard in the front on, because I'm facing your right side, the front on your left side, furthest away from deck. Thank you. Best Harvest effect, draw 1.
Mm-hmm.
Eugene's effect, rest 2, retire that whole column closest to deck.
Mm-hmm.
And then draw 1 for each because of Best Harvest.
Yep.
Faraz's effects, Soul Blast. Stand himself, he gets boost. Called Dustin.
Mm-hmm.
Dustin's effect, put a card from hand into soul to retire the last one.
Yep.
And draw 1, and then draw 1 because of Best Harvest. Okay. Let's see. That's going to be that. I would want to call to the whole column, though. That's fine. Let's go call Burning Flail.
Okay.
Swing with Dustin, effects Soul Blast 1,
Mm-hmm.
and he gets 2k for every open circle on your side, so that's plus 10. Here is 24 to man.
We'll go 25.
Okay, and a battle, Shove and Soul, plus 2 for us.
Mm-hmm.
Swing with Eugene, counterblast, full blast. Check top 5, call 2 to the same column. Let's go. Let's go Lugnet and Blindness.
Mm-hmm.
Got full. What's the deal on the plus? This unit. Okay, so plus 5 to Eugene. So this is just 18.
I'll take it.
Okay. First check, OT.
Cool.
Yeah, all right.
100 million to let's see. I'll give the 100 million to Faraz.
Yep.
Draw. And second check is Clifton.
Okay. Power.
Okay. This isn't going to hit on its own anyway. So here is 18 to Van.
18. I'm at 20. Still have the twin drive. So if I go to 30, that's 2 to pass, right? Yeah, 2 to pass.
Okay. First, nothing. Second, nothing.
Okay.
And then big honking number.
Yeah.
And I'm done. Go ahead.
Okay. Stand. Draw. Crazy. Drop one of these. Ride. Look at the top 3 cards. I'll add this. The other 2 go to the bottom. And then also charge 1 because I had an overcharge.
Okay.
You know, the crazy thing is, even though you wipe my board, I'm pretty sure I'm just getting it all back.
Pretty much.
All right. So I can grab 2 grade 3 or less cards with different names and overcharge.
Okay.
Let me see what I'm working with. My hand right now.
So that's how Eugene works. Hit the OT relatable. Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
the crazy thing is I have there's a non-zero chance I can still try to kill you this turn.
Yeah, could be. Like I said, jank.
Yeah. I'll go Badia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hell yeah. All right. I know you just went like plus 1,000,000 during your turn, but I'm still going to try an OTK. Clearly, I'll just hit my OT, right?
I mean, that's the laws of physics or something.
All right.
Matt, that is
Put
the
this
laws
into
of
my
physics,
hand.
right?
Yep.
Drop this.
Awesome.
All right. So either I kill you this turn or I lose. Divine skill, take a damage minus 10k to your trigger.
Okay. Nothing. Best harvest.
Cool. I'll give these 2 plus 5. Well, they're actually at plus 10 because of their own abilities. And then Alcalibra's effect, I'll Soul Blast 2. Plus 5. Where are all my power dice? Plus 5. And then I'll give another 5 here. And then my Vanguard gets plus 10, and I draw a card.
That's a lot of power.
Yeah. All right.
Can I put the mirror back? Mirror my camera. That makes more sense to me. There we go.
Okay. All right. It's time. Oh, right. And then these are actually plus 15 because of overcharge.
Jazz hands. Yeah.
Good luck. So this is 20 plus. This is 43.
43. Good lord. Front and heel for 48.
Okay. This
Okay.
is 48.
Okay. Let's go take that one. Damage.
Okay.
Crit. Power to van.
Okay.
Or wait, is the minus 10 thing like
No, that's just for
Okay.
the burn.
just that one? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
I'll kill her to countercharge. This is 23. I will Energy Blast 6, restand both of them. They get plus 10k.
Okay. Matching and 28.
Okay. All right. So you were at 23, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're only going to 28? Or...
Well, I intercepted and then guarded.
Okay. Ugh.
Yeah.
So that's 1 to pass.
Oh, that's with Vanguard. I'll just PG that.
Okay. Yeah. All right. First check, draw trigger. I'll give it here. And I will draw a card. Second check. Called it. OT. So we're matching right now. I'll put the 100 million on the other shell hoob then.
Okay.
Restand. 23. Remove, draw a card.
28, 1 to pass.
Okay. First check, nothing. Second check, nothing. You're good.
Cool.
All right. This is 40.
40. Okay. 23. 20. I'm short because I needed it for the 100 million. Got to take it, and I'm dead.
Nice.
2, 1, best harvest, PG,
Mhm.
Eugene. Jake.
Yeah, you probably had me next turn because my hand was all grade 3s, but
I think so. I really love this thing, which I didn't really get to use much, but
yeah. Unfortunate that you couldn't wipe my board before, like getting him out.
yeah.
Does he need me to be a grade 3 to get the 5th attack?
It's no, I just need to be a grade 3 or greater.
Okay.
So yeah, it does not need the opponent to be, which is kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
I do wish, like, I kind of want to switch this out for something else.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't feel very good.
Yeah.
But gotta have enough twos, so. It do be like that.
All right. But I just wanted to be able to try out the budget version of this deck. I'm going to put it back now.
Nice. I'm probably gonna experiment with this IRL more. And hopefully have something better next time. Like I got the Eugene, like the new one, the new ride line where it's like using energy and stuff, but I kind of like this. This is nice.
Yeah.
And Clifton, which I didn't get to use, but is an interesting grade one where it's like after it boosts, retire, put 3 cards from your soul back in deck and countercharge 1. So like you soul charge the OT or whatever and stick it back in.
7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect.
You don't even have to like put cards back. You can just retire them with the countercharge. It's nice.
Right.
Yeah.
Was there anything else you wanted to do, or is that going to be it for this stream?
That's going to be it for this stream, I think, because I am a 30-year-old man who's apparently tired or something.
I hate it when that happens.
Fair. That's normal. Next patient. I'll sit back so my
Futurama?
my other camera.
Are you watching the Doctor House anime?
I will get around to it.
Wait, they have a Doctor House anime?
Yeah.
Yeah. But Dr. House is a cute anime girl.
Oh, damn it. I thought it was like actually Hugh Laurie voice.
No. It's on my bucket
Special guest appearance by other random television.
Quit blue balling me like that. Damn.
Not television characters.
Katie and I are watching Severance right now, which has been really good. Have you guys seen that before?
No, but you mentioned it last week.
Yeah. Season 2 just dropped.
Oh shit!
But yeah, been real fun. We also watched. She showed me Carol and the End of the World on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the writers from Rick and Morty, and it's like there's this planet coming, and she kind of doesn't know what to do. Everyone else is being like, "Woo, end of the world, let's party!" And she's like, "I this doesn't feel right." Which is an interesting way to do that. It's kind of like Don't Look Up, but instead of political satire, it's like inwardly focused. It's nice. A very kind of cozy show almost.
Yeah, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't watch much TV. So
yeah, otherwise you put like How I Met Your Mother in the background while you're doing dishes or something.
No, I don't watch any of that. I listen to podcasts while doing dishes.
Do enjoy a good podcast. Really been enjoying like Behind the Bastards and It Could Happen Here.
Yeah, where else might listen to Will the Council?
Yeah, we still need to convince you to listen to Will of the Council.
Will of the Council. Well, because here's what happens: you tell me about it, and then I'm like, I'm going to check it out, and then I don't. So here's what I'm going to do.
You know what? We have a 3-day weekend. One of these days, we're just going to get on a voice call, and then we'll just like listen to it together. That way, you too will want to strangle MBT every time he opens his mouth.
Well, I feel like a good way to do that would be what if people on Patreon suggested it? Patreon.com/Nexus at Night. It's $1. Get on the Discord. Helps us out. All that good stuff. Just something to consider. Anyway.
Also, did you end up listening to the episode with Farfa, Matt?
I'm in the middle of it.
Oh.
Yeah,
I can't remember which story was the one that I wanted to kill Joseph.
I will let you know. I'm like behind as usual.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was the third story.
Find us at Nexus at Night, wherever fine social medias are found, I guess, because TikTok is about to be Thanos snapped. Remember, if you have a Mexican grocery store near you, a reminder that Ariel is just as good as Tide for your clothes. Thank you.
The TikTok ban is so funny because it's going to do actually nothing.
Yeah. If anything, we're just going to give more of our data to the Chinese spies, but that's okay. The American spies already have all our data.
I think the interactions from Red Note are very funny though.
Yeah.
The "give me your data" or the "I'm the Chinese citizen assigned to your data. Nice to meet you. See you again," and stuff like that. It's very funny to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one was interesting. But like, do you guys remember when we were in college and Yek Yak was big?
Yeah.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of that, where like it's all kind of coming crashing down around us, and we're like, well, that's the breaks, I guess.
Yeah.
Happened with Vine.
It's gonna do nothing. Everyone's gonna kind of jump to the next one forever. So I'm not really sure what the point is.
Yeah.
Of course. Happened with dating apps, happened with anything else. It's just the life of the millennial, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But for the Zoomers, they're like, what's happening? I'm like, come with me. We will show you the way of moving to the next thing. Just got to make sure if you want to reuse those videos to get like hang on to them.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Where can people find us?
You can find me on Twitter for some reason still, and Blue Sky at Wiggums, 2 G's, 2 Z's.
Yeah, so you can find me in hell at Plasma Eclipse, and then I don't post anything to the Blue Sky, but it is there at Beerus Rudicus.
You can find me at Atlas Novak pretty much anywhere. I get like I got the app Red Note, but I haven't set up an account yet. Maybe I will. Like I still like doing the teacher sketches, which is what I do on my TikTok mostly, and then it's the same thing everywhere else. You can also follow my other podcast, Generation Dan, at Generation Dan. Our newest episode talks about the Generation Beta, which just began this year, supposedly. Betas, yeah.
Now I'm remembering that time in Saga where Gage played the beta evolution pill while confidently declaring that he is a beta.
Nice. That was a classic.
Yeah.
And then also for people who either care about the people in LA or have loved ones out here, or because I care about this, I'm on a charity show this Sunday, January 19th. All the proceeds go to victims of the fires here in LA and to my old high school, Palisades High, which burned down. So you can check out my Instagram for that. That's got the link to the tickets. And then if you happen to be in LA on January 21st, I am at Flappers in Burbank. So come check that out. And thanks everybody for watching. And until next time, I was Atlas.
I'm still Matt.
I'm Root Beer.
And have a good night, everybody.